you're on.
And welcome back, everybody. The second part of the 18th session of Storms over Cerenar.
We're all gonna die!
Our heroes find themselves in dire straits as the ritual is 90-something percent, 96%?
Yeah, 96%.
To completion. They still need to disrupt the verbal component to the ritual spell, and to free enough of the girls to disrupt the sacrifice. Time is against our heroes, as we don't know what will happen if they fail. They have managed to kill Dark Seneschal Sudaemon, his body laying twisted in the Colosseum grounds as he has been crushed by Bjorn. You have destroyed two of the shadow dogs of the shadow hounds of the many-faced lords. Many agents of the face have sacrificed their own life for the sake that they believe to be right. This is the situation. You are within the court of battle, a large Colosseum within this Stunchflow, the city of golden lights. And there you have managed to disrupt the configuration, the material components of this, one half of the material components of this ritual magic here. It is still active, the ritual can still go through, but it bought you a bit of time. You have dispatched a bunch of the enchanters, but you still need more to disrupt the verbal components, and you still need to start by freeing some of the girls. As you look at this, you know that there's a very real possibility that this ritual will happen. And you'll need to prepare mentally if that's the case. Smoke fills the air. Sulfur burns your throat. Blood and sand and fire and smoke envelops your world, and you can see the clock ticking down. Yes. Dark, eldritch magic fills the air. It is on the cusp now. The shard is humming as it just reverberates with the area and the magic around it. We return to initiative. Oust, I would like you to give me a death saving, please.
Sure. This is private GM roll.
All right.
I go.
So it wasn't a natural 20 then?
No, it was not.
No.
The guys who are asleep are still asleep, even after the eye bite goes down, right? Liam?
What?
The eye bite dropped. It's
yeah, the eye bite
people
dropped.
sleeping are still asleep, right?
Yeah, they
Right, cool.
have to be. There has been action that has to be used. Because the fact is not concentration on them, it's concentration on me.
That's cool. In that case, Antares, you're up. You're standing there, bloodied, dusty,
Okay,
hanging
where
on.
are the girls? Where are the girls?
On the walls of the
Like on the inner walls of the arena here?
Yeah, those precisely.
Okay. First of all, I will use the face ability. That's the face.
Before you start, I'm just going to repeat what I told you earlier, just to be sure that you all know the specific mechanics here. All right? And you all know what you're going into. The girls are held up by magical bands that are reinforced by some trap mechanism. If you just remove them by force, there's a good chance the girl will die.
Yeah.
And therefore still be sacrificed.
Okay, good.
So you need to be careful and to plan ahead.
Yeah. I assume that Antares has things like a put in that he has expertise in things like sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Could I use that to remove shackles?
Yeah, I would say doing that definitely would help.
Okay, good. I have to check because rogues have expertise at that level in 4, right? I just have to check. Because
Yeah.
it should be I should have acrobatics, athletics. I should have stealth, and I think I should have sleight of hand in expertise.
Sure,
Like, because Antares would do that.
that
Okay,
makes
good.
sense.
Okay, good. I will use the face ability of the Shadow Step to get out of the range here. Shows Shadow Stepping out as a bonus action towards the walls. And I have 4 attacks, but could I use those 4 attacks to essentially remove 4 bindings from girls?
I will say that normally I would say that it was an action if you're just physically removing one. Because you are Antares right now, I'm going to say that you'll be able to make 2 rolls this turn.
Okay,
So go ahead and give me 2 sleight of hand rolls with
okay, with Antares.
with the expertise, yeah, with Antares. Do you want to re-roll the first one? In any way, I don't know
anything
if
to
you still
re-roll?
have. You don't have any inspiration or anything else? No.
I didn't use. Anyone else has inspiration? Left?
I have a body.
It's real. Oh, do you still have your body? No, you didn't inspire yourself, did you?
No,
Yes.
no, I didn't bike myself.
The first girl in your haste gets killed by the knife that is sitting underneath her. Please increase the progress by 1. But also, Tanner, as the other girl is freed, please decrease it by 2. So just decrease it by 1.
Evans, just a question. Did
95%.
you have inspiration that I gave you? Or
Who
did you
does?
use that?
The inspiration die, you used that up on me. I used that up already.
Okay, good.
So that was your bonus action and your action. You freed 1 girl, 1 died because you rolled a very bad roll. That's how it goes.
Okay.
You have 1 girl freed now.
This was
Anything
all
else? Yes.
This was all I had.
This guy here runs up, misty steps, fires his light crossbow at you, Bjorn. Misses. Sleep. This guy here attacks Oust. 10 misses. Or 21 hits. You get 2 failed death saves, Oust. So Fisher up.
Alright. This 38th first, same as the first. Walk up, stab. 15 to hit.
You really have to roll in that 1 not to hit these. Alright, he's dead.
Alright.
Go ahead and detract progress by 1. Tanner?
Okay. 94.
And then run over here, bonus action, pew. Alright,
He is also dead.
alright.
Let me count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright. You have now. You have killed 9 of these.
Mhm.
Right. You see the chant begins slowly to falter. It's almost there.
Noted. Okay, and that is my turn.
Shadow Doggo. Was attacking Bjorn. Will run up here and attack Bjorn as well as they have a prey. Bite. 18. Does that misses you, right, Bjorn, or does that hit you?
It hits.
That's going to be 26 damage for Bjorn. And a miss. Alright. Are you walking outside, Evan?
No?
No, just
No,
sounded
I think
like
that
you
was
were.
like, yeah, that was the-
Like there's some.
This guy attacks you, Oust. 20. You die. Thieves, he is within
Yep.
your
he's in my
distance.
You can stabilize him.
Yeah. No, you're not stabilized. You are back to 0 death saves.
Yeah.
And magical time energy flows out of the past temporis, goes into ours. The last kind of couple of stabs disappear as he makes his second attack. 19, does that hit you? I don't remember if you have
19 my AC?
Yeah. You're back at 2 death saves. Or -2 death save, 2 failed ones. Bjorn, you're up.
You have a healing potion for Ost?
No,
I think you got a ritual to worry about more than me. At the moment.
I have nothing left.
Wait, Ost, do you have a healing potion?
Hmm.
Because Bjorn, if you can get like to Ost and get his healing potion into Ost.
Yeah.
Do you have a healing potion, Oust?
I picked up a greater from the bag.
Then you can spend your action to do that, Bjorn, if you want.
I can revivify Ost if he dies.
Yeah, there's a ritual to stop. So.
Yeah. Focus on the ritual if you can.
He's not in range for anything.
Okay,
He can probably bomb it and throw something.
You're
Imagine
pick
throwing
out
anything
Oust
as
and
Bjorn
run
would
if you
probably
want to
take
do
out a
that, yeah.
minion.
He's literally right on top of the sigil. He could probably just start chopping at it.
Oh, the
Sigil
sigil has
already
been
gone.
Sigil-
dealt with, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
completely.
gonna go there.
8 damage for that, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna pick up Ost
Sure.
and I'm gonna throw him
Okay.
towards Theus.
Well, you have to get him a healing potion first.
No, that's on you.
Throw me at one of the singers, dude.
He's death saves. If you throw him, you're gonna kill him.
No, he's
I
not.
was
He's
going
at
to
zero.
say...
Oh,
I'm not. I'm at 2 again.
Oh,
I'm at hit.
yeah,
yeah,
he got
two
hit.
again. Yeah, I thought he was.
Go
It's
ahead
true,
and
like
give...
if you throw him, he's dying.
Wait, hold on.
No,
Sorry,
we'll-
back up for a second. I thought he died. You use your temporal magic to revert him to 0 death saves.
And
Did
then
I
got
miss?
hit again.
Yes.
Oh, he did get
And
hit
then
again.
I got hit again.
The guy next to him had
I missed
multi-attack.
Mm.
Alright, Bjorn, alright. We'll say this.
Pass.
I will let you basically bowl Oust. Meaning that it'll be a 50-50 chance if he takes a death save or not.
Yeet the elf. Yeet
You can
the
other.
elf.
You can also. I will
Yeah.
also let you give him a health potion and still throw him. I'll let you throw Oust as a free item interaction, basically.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna give him the potion and then I'm gonna throw him.
Go ahead and give me the fucking. Go roll the hit points, Oust.
Can you slide him? Like maybe slide him?
What is it? Is it 2d?
Greater is
44 plus 4?
Yeah.
Curl
Okay,
him.
I'm just gonna roll the. I'm gonna roll the 44. I didn't put it in my inventory. So that's the 44. So 16.
All right.
So I'm just like, thank you.
Go ahead and give me an athletics roll,
Yeet me.
and you get
It's-
advantage,
it's not-
of course.
It's not my objective when I throw him to throw him to do any harm.
I know.
It's my
I know.
objective to throw him towards Theus and stand in the way of people trying to get.
And the roll, your athletics roll will determine how good your toss is, basically.
Yeah.
Cool.
Not how far it is.
Not
but
how
good
violent
it
it is. It's how well you do it.
Yeah.
I can't make the jump alone. You're gonna have to toss me.
You're gonna have to
Like
toss.
curling. Curling.
Oh my fucking.
Don't tell the Lord.
It's 17.
I like to use
Oh,
my
yeah,
bardic
17.
inspiration.
Oh yeah, 17 plus 1d10. Go ahead and give it. Oh
Yeah.
man.
27.
27.
Nice.
That's more like it.
Yep. Oust. You land on your feet next to Theus.
Do I need to make a... Shall I make an acrobatics check just to see if it is definitely on my feet rather than my ass?
No, because you'll just land on your ass. And a 27 is a 27. Take it. Just fucking take it, alright? Snuggle, you're up.
The
Great.
chant is almost disrupted?
Chant's almost
Chant
disrupted.
is almost disrupted.
Is the guy to the north of me, is he still alive, or...
Yeah.
Yeah?
Is there like a big batch of guys somewhere?
Okay,
It's
Yeah,
they're
they're
all
all
around the edge.
very well
Yeah.
spread out. Yeah.
I will firebolt him.
12 misses.
Misses. God.
You still have your bardic inspiration that you haven't used yet.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'll use my bardic inspiration on that one then. It's a D10.
Hey.
So 20!
Go ahead and roll me a 1d10.
Roll you a 1d10.
Uh-oh.
1.
That's real bad.
No shit.
They have 2
the progress decreases by 2,
By 2. Okay.
and the progress roll gets a -2 as the chant is disrupted.
Okay. I don't think, for a bonus action, I don't think Bigby's hand could go and get anything. There's no one close to him.
But you
but I
can
could
still start moving it. Yeah.
Yeah, I could start moving it.
So, Raw has
Kill
to
the
roll
dog.
less than
Oh my god,
a 10,
forgetting
not
his hand is
including
in
the
the dog?
bonuses that Suleiman has.
Can you get the assassins or the dog with Bigby's hand?
Well,
Like
can
the
I-
shield one?
I'm just thinking, is there something that Bigby's hand will let me do to free some of the girls? Might be worth the risk.
I mean, if you don't care about them surviving, you could just start ripping them off the walls.
But them
smashing
dying
the wall.
also contributes to the ritual.
yeah, I
Yeah.
need to free them. So, let's see here.
Bigby hand, not known for its finesse.
Clench fist, forceful hand, grasping hand, interposing hand. Hand interposing between you and a
I'll let you roll. Roll with. I'll let you roll an Arcana check to see if it can get it off without.
Oh, if it's based on my checks, I have disadvantage. But I'm willing to take that.
Arcana is much better than just pure intelligence, right? But it is your magical
Much
power
better.
doing. So go
Much
ahead and
better.
give me an Arcana roll
Okay.
with disadvantage.
Please work. 18?
DC is 20, man.
Ah.
Ew.
Girl dies as the hand is a bit too shaky as you're exhausted.
So up by 1?
Up by 1.
92%, guys. And
Lair action time.
Go ahead and give me a luck roll.
Who's rolling well?
Come on.
Bjorn.
Me.
Oss is rolling beautifully. Let's get Oss to do it.
Or I'll roll the luck roll. Nobody else wants to.
Yeah.
Go for it.
If you don't do it, I will. So
13.
The revving sound continues as the nomad levitator and the weird car thing like drives through the entrance. You see in the driver's seat, you see Snicksnack just screaming, "Yeah!" And you see Gawop on top, and he has like an extendable, almost boxing glove with like kind of a big grabber, and he tries to take off one of the girls from the wall. And I'm going to
Oh no.
someone give me a 1d10 plus 8.
Miracle, it's your cousin.
Yeah. 18.
Oh, 1d20 plus 8. Sorry.
Oh, a D20 plus 8.
Yeah, so go ahead and reroll. Yeah.
Another dead girl.
Another death.
12 total.
93.
All right, guys. That's -2 from the what's it called? The configuration being gone. There's a -2 from the vocal component being gone.
So it's still at a plus. It's
9.
at plus 9?
Is that right?
It was
It's
at
at
plus
plus 9,
11
then it's done.
before, so now it's at plus
Oh yeah,
7.
so that makes sense.
That
Yeah.
means the
Yeah,
ritual
plus 7.
automatically succeeds. Even if
Uh-huh.
you roll a 1 on it.
yeah. Yeah, nah, it's done.
You see. Right, I need one of you to give me the luck roll of your lifetime. Not to see if this happens or not, but to see what happens. I have a table here in front of me. Depending on what you roll, I'm not going to let you roll yet. It's going to be 1d100.
Oh, okay.
Depending on what you roll, something will happen. Because you have disrupted this much, it means that the phase, whatever they try to do, is not going to be a perfect fit. So something is going to happen, and we don't know what. I want one of you to roll me a 1d100, and we'll see what happens.
Come on, it needs to be a low number, surely.
If there's no objections, I'll roll it.
Go for it, buddy.
Do it.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
93. Okay.
Could be good.
Oh, okay.
Could be bad.
Pretty good.
That could be very good, or that could be absolutely awful.
Yeah, that
He could either be exactly what they wanted, or at the very least, localized destruction.
Everybody in the localized area becomes rabbits.
The whole city just turns into rabbits.
I said here that if you roll above 90, that I'm going to let you choose.
Oh.
Cool. What are our options?
No, this
You
is
can
your option,
choose-
Evan. It's all you, buddy.
All right. Surface, you see the light from these girls. You see 660 something lives stuffed up.
We saved one, right?
Yeah.
We saved one, killed four. We're good. We're good.
You see
660 something, yeah.
You see the kind of umbilical cords to these girls light up as the middle of where the configuration were lights up. So if you look out, you see your city, and there's like a strand of light that you grab, and you feel that you can kind of twist it to get somewhere. You have 4 places. You have 5, but the 5th one you don't want, so I'm going to tell you what it is because it's cool, right? There's one place which is like just eternal darkness. And in the distant small stars, just mind-bogglingly emptiness. Then there's the other one. A frozen wasteland, eternal winter. And there's another one, a fiery land of sulfur and brimstone. And the final one is, it looks like a flaming star in the sky. 5th one is something slumbering far.
Huh.
Like, I'll let you guys, if you want to talk internally, like, I'll let you discuss this. You can also just let...
So, frozen wasteland, a star in the sky,
Well,
Eternal
the
darkness.
abyss, essentially.
eternal darkness, slumbering
Yeah,
creature.
or
my
or
vote is
Cthulhu's Cavern.
not. My vote is not for what is probably the far realm, and not for what is probably hell. So that leaves.
In my opinion, there's probably only 2 options.
What are they? In your
In
opinion?
terms of survivability, you're probably looking at the fiery land, which is probably either the elemental plane of fire or one of the hells, which
It
isn't the
looks
worst
like
thing in
one
the
of the
world.
hells. It's not just
Okay.
it,
So it's not ideal, but there could be worse.
I'm
Or,
grabbing a
the
fucking beer. Fuck this.
or the eternal winter.
Yeah. Yeah, I was leaning towards the eternal winter too, to be honest.
That's probably what I would
Makes
go
sense.
for.
Especially if we're all going there.
Any other opinions?
Shit, yeah, I didn't think so. Can you just hold your mic a little bit? It's we got some feedback. Here we go.
How's it?
Or maybe not.
Yeah. Hi. Hello.
Yep.
There you go,
That's
that's
good.
So yeah, I'm
Yeah,
leaning towards the eternal winter too. Any other opinions?
We don't know what the star is, but it's flaming,
No,
so it could
exactly,
just
I
be
was
flinging it into
actually-
the sun.
I
God.
was also a bit excited about the star thing.
Alright. We could just yeet the party into the sun.
Hey, this could be Spelljammer very quickly, so, you know.
Alright. Listen, the thing I'm worried about picking an elemental plane of fire is if we pick a fiery place, we don't know if we're going there or bringing part of it here. So if we just bring the sun, That's the
maybe
whole
not
planet.
the sun. Yeah, okay. What I'll do is I'm going to cross out the sun.
There's nothing of this that will destroy the whole planet or the whole city for that.
The whole planet.
Letting you know
Alright.
this.
Fair
Letting
enough.
you know that is not on the it's
Not on
this is
the
not
table.
going to be a rocks fall, everything dies. This is going to be a big turning point in our story. That's all it is.
At the same time, it
All
does
of
feel like the end of Watchmen a little bit. Like we're just going to nuke a small area of a city.
All right. So,
I think.
sorry. Could you go over
I'll-
Could you just
Yeah.
describe the 2 locations that were not the star, the fire, and the Oblivion?
So the star, there's like a star in the like a flaming star in the sky. That's one. Then there is a big black emptiness. Then there is a frozen. It looks like a frozen wasteland of just ice and cold and almost not entropy but close, right?
Okay.
Then
Oh,
there is.
fuck.
Then there is a big fiery wasteland playing like almost like hell would be a pretty good description of that. And then there's something slumbering far below.
It just occurred to me. These might not be different planes. This might be time.
Yeah, I just realized that too as soon as
So if we assume the star is possibly a supernova, and the eternal winter is probably the end point, slumbering beast could be anywhere, and then the abyss is probably the start of the universe, which means that the fiery land could be the formation, if we're going geologically speaking.
Still feeling the Ice Age. Gonna be honest.
Yeah, so am I personally. I vote Ice Age.
Ice. I go.
All
ice.
right.
Yeah.
Never liked the warm weather anyway.
I can't imagine Bjorn's going to go for anything other than the ice.
Yeah.
But
He was up for the start.
I'm still about to start, but I can do ice.
oh,
Okay,
yeah,
so we
the star
have-
will be alright as well.
We have 2
Well, it would be.
fairly solid votes for Iceland. 1 vote for
Adam?
Starland. Yes,
It's
yes.
going a bit.
It's just like you I
I've-
can't understand anything.
Is your microphone getting destroyed
I-
or something?
I don't. Not to my knowledge. I'm literally not even moving from my position, so I have no
That's so
idea why
weird.
it's doing that.
Is it just plugged into a 3.5mm jack?
Yeah. No.
No, is it? Okay.
Well, I mean, part of it. It's fine. I'll fix it in a little bit if it's not
Okay.
totally terrible right now.
That's good now.
Yeah, it comes in now. It's every now and again. So that's fine. Okay.
So
So I guess
basically, Theus and Nurgle, do you have any input to provide?
No. Ice. I just figured
Yes,
that's even
Nurgle.
though it's not very
No
Did he
preference.
I don't know.
All right.
Yeah,
No strong
ice.
preference. What about you, Nurgle?
You can't hear me?
Muted if you care.
Can you
Yeah,
guys hear me?
he said ice, right?
ice. Yeah.
Okay.
you-
Then
And
the
Theus, what
collective
about
will
you?
of the party declares ice. So we shall go to Iceland and hope that it's not just another circle of hell.
Oh, it could be. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, one of the circles is frozen over, so
Yeah. No.
You're
that's
also
a
cool
point.
with this, Theus, I guess.
I have no preference.
I'll grab towards
Top-
that golden string and rip it free.
You see all the light go into the middle of where the configuration was. And then the light goes up. The configuration where it was stops being glowing. The fire at top stops. Goes out. Only thing around you can see is basically the dim shimmer of Bjorn's ice aura, right? The dog, the shadow hound, is dispelled as a torrent of energy just begins to turn around in this large Colosseum area. Snick-snack goes in. All right, get on. We're getting out of here. It's going to fall down. Come on. What did you guys do?
Oblige.
Hands,
Get
come
on
get me!
as
Bring
fast
me
as I
over to the
can.
cart!
All right, Nongle, you want to use the hand to get in there.
Yeah, I'll use the hand to drag me over to the cart.
Gonna give me yeah. I'll say that all of you managed to run through. Everything is just smoldering around you as like an earthquake. It feels like it's hard to run. Everything is just shivering as you make your way across. Bjorn, these two hand guys next to you start to run away. Do you want to pick up the body of Suleiman before you go?
I rather kill them as they turn.
I'll let you kill them as they turn away to flee from you. That's fine.
It when you say it like that, it's so Hindi.
Oh, it's not. Bjorn would have seen that he was wearing a bunch of interesting shit.
Yeah.
If I use Dimension Door, would I be able to run over to him and then Dimension Door onto the Nomad Levitator, Suleiman?
Yeah, I was
In which
so.
case I'd pick him up instead.
Cool.
I'm closest, so.
Yeah, but if you're killing them, then we might not have the time, that was all.
True.
So
Yeah, that's right. If you don't, I will. That's basically, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
So Bjorn, as these hand guys turn around to run away from whatever's happening, your axe flies twice through the air, separating them from whatever is happening. You begin to see behind you from the middle of the configuration. You begin to see first frost begin to cover, and then the ground cracks until it begins to kind of slowly fall down. Oust, you Dimension Door over, you pick up Suleiman, and then you take him aboard the Nomad Levitator. Theus, how do you get back aboard the
No, I'm knocked out.
Levitator?
Because of Antares.
Oh, all right. I would say Oust would probably see that. No way, you take a
can
bunch
I
of damage,
see-
right?
Can I just like pick him up on my way over since I have to sprint over that way?
Sure. Yeah, fuck it. Oust, what do you do? Do you bring Theus with you, or what is your plan?
If you grab Theus, I can just grab the loot.
I will say,
You
Fierce
heard- you
has
heard the man,
girl
he's gonna
in his-
loot.
the
I'm gonna- I'll
surviving
grab-
girl in his arm. Like, this is the only thing. Like, he's knocked out, but
Yeah, you
the surviving
just
girl in his
kind
arm.
of.
Yeah, but otherwise he's fully unconscious.
Wait, you have the girl in your... if you have the girl, then I can't Dimension Door all of us.
I'll let you do that. I think it's cool that Theus saves the girl. I think that's very much in character, and I won't stop that.
Okay. Or alternatively, I'm within running distance. Can I like Dimension Door just push them through, and then I'll just run? But yeah, either way,
Sure.
I'll do that then.
So you Dimension Door them through the diamond shard. You begin to feel the vibrations of the verdant shard as all of this happens. Just it begins to hurt your hand with the amount of doing this as you stumble across the shaking ground. Safis, you just run across the place, or?
Yeah, I run across and I grab Solomon's body.
And Noggle?
Said he was getting up to achieve energy.
What? Oh
Oh,
yeah,
he's here.
I'm up.
Oh, he's back. Okay, I didn't realize he was back. Sorry.
I am. Yeah, I'm just flying over to the levitator, and if there's someone that I could grab along the way that I see, then I will.
All right.
I just get the
You
big
can
Wee's hand to
take-
yeet me to the cart and then
Yeah.
pick something else up. I don't know.
You all get in as you see the big steering wheel, like so basically the ship's steering wheel that he installed. Slicksnack just turns it around as the levitator makes like a big kind of a turn, and then
I'll have the hand
that-
help like push the cart
Yeah.
and then just start fucking.
as it's pushed out behind you, you see the ground falling in. As you continue out, when you come to the city, you see a bunch of open doors and just empty streets. It seems like whatever you did with Inquisitor Ivanovic was a success. He managed to evacuate this part of the city.
That's good.
Is
As you, what?
is the ground caving in? Like not the ground
Behind
we're on,
you, yeah.
but- Oh no.
As you continue out,
Okay.
you kind of get out until get out to Withgard Square here, where the frost kind of overtakes you, and you just see big frozen wave just hitting the wagon, hitting you, creating frost in your beards and in your eyebrows, and all the sweat and blood and dust you have on just kind of freezes in place as it becomes very much below the freezing point of water in an instant.
You know what
In
would
front of
counter a
you.
lot of frost quite easily?
Hmm?
I said there is one thing that would counter this frost quite easily. It's a giant volcanic plug under the city, but
That's right.
if we fancied it.
And then you see in front of you, Stunchflow run, the river just freezes over. You see from the court of battle behind you, a big column of smoke stands up and then disappears. And then you see the golden spire atop the cliff begins to and as you see the frozen, the frost overtake the city slowly, like the sun rising over a large meadow. You can just follow with your eyes. As you see, like a weather, what's it called? Weathercocks? What do you call it? Weather hay? Whatever. Yeah.
Weather vanes.
Weather
veins.
veins. Yeah.
Weather veins freezing in
Wind
place.
veins.
Yeah. And then, as the whole city is painted white, the cliff upon the golden spire crumbles into the earth. What do? As you hear distant screams and distant screams and destruction down in Spire Shade.
What's the reasonable capacity of the Nomad Levitator?
A couple more people.
A couple more. Not many though. Okay.
Bjorn, go ahead and give. Yeah, I want Bjorn to give me a perception check as he's out in the square. Bjorn, you look down the river, down towards the mouth of it, and you see a single ship, the Jolly Whale, on its way out. They made it. They're not caught in this. Not the Amber Lord. He's gone. He escaped.
Yeah,
The capacity, you can probably save a couple people, but that's it. Yeah, go ahead.
he might be the only one. Is this a northern cold or an unnatural arcane cold? Not.
This is we're talking about northern winter colds, not like we're talking a pretty cold winter. Maybe Bjorn, give me a religion check with advantage, please.
It's not like absolute zero or anything, right?
I'm just imagining the bit from Day After Tomorrow when the ice is just moving down the library.
That's a good one, yeah.
Bjorn, what starts the Ragnarok?
Oh, bugger it.
Fimbulwinter. Winter that spans 2 years without going away.
This is all Bjorn's fault.
That is what you see.
Hey,
Figured it
he's
out.
literally big and he's bad. So.
Yeah, you're the BBEG, baby.
Yep. Anything?
Well, I presume.
Anything you say,
did try
Bjorn,
this-
as you make this realization that this is what it seems like.
Save no one. We have to run. It's too late.
Right. I mean,
Noggle, what course? Do you want me to go north, south? Where do you want me to go here?
Get us out along the river to the south. This thing can float, right?
Yep.
The river's not going to be.
Well, it can skid along if it freezes under us.
The bridges over over the river are high enough, even if the if the river was frozen, to get underneath the levitator.
Yeah.
To the river then. Because we're at Withgird Square, right?
Yeah.
So let's just jump off right to where the inner docks are and just start heading straight out to sea.
All right. I'm going to ask you, Noggle, to give Romy a 1d20 plus 8 again for the maneuvering of this.
Okay, so that
6 plus 8.
Yeah, 14.
14. All right. You manage to get up. You see the Nomad Levitator take some damage as you begin to basically drive across here towards the mouth of the Stunchflow run. In front of you, you see the golden cliffs of Stunchflow, just the waves hitting it, just freezing in place as they reach several meters. You see how the top of them just disperses into snow as the water is frozen in place. You see Orak Island with Aqua's seat in the middle, soldiers streaming out, kind of trying to defend the island, being met by this cold and bracing themselves. As you look to your left, out here you see Inspire Shade, the middle of the city just collapsing. A huge hole. Maybe 200 meters in diameter, taking out the entire center of Spire Shade. I'm going to...
Damn it, Cephis, what did you do?
That's directly above the plug as well.
I didn't do anything. Also, actually, that is actually an important note. Does the rest of the party in character, or let me rephrase that. First off, is Cephis conscious that there was a choice made, or was that a strictly player choice?
You know what? I'll let you decide, Evan.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it was a player choice. Or
Sure.
No, I lied. I'm gonna say it was a character choice.
Go ahead.
Cephis, damn the city!
Yeah, you don't know he made that choice, I'm gonna say. Because
Okay.
how would you?
I will read thoughts.
Because, yep. Well, when it's relevant, you will.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that'll be very interesting to talk about later. But for now, out of the city.
As you are in the carriage, just going haphazardly quickly. Are you saying anything to each other? Theus, I guess someone is trying to help Theus up. He is unconscious.
Is he he's right out again, right?
Yeah.
I'll get Walgrup to just pick him up because he's got my gauntlets of ogre power.
Yeah.
I'll just get him to pick him up, make sure that he's safe. Like,
Theus, yeah,
like
all right.
belaying pin him to the mast or whatever, right? So
You would just take him inside the weird ass wagon, right?
Okay, and then I'll summon Nibbles and have Nibbles make sure he's if
So
there's
you're
anything going on with him that Nibbles is to come tell me.
So are you stabilizing Theus, or did you cast a healing word on him, or what did you do?
I can try to stabilize him.
Right.
You
Before we do that,
does
Theus, I would like
anyone
you
have
to
potion?
Before you get to do that, please give me 2 death saves, Theus. That's good, Theus. You're doing well.
Does anyone have a potion?
Nope.
Oh, wait, I use mine.
I do too.
Are we out in the bay at this point, or are we still
Yeah,
kind
you
of going
are
past
where
Orak Island?
the shot is here. You're just haphazardly,
Oh,
you are
sorry,
on the top of the wagon. Noggle is frantically in this big kind of rummaging carriage, is trying to stabilize Theus. Bjorn, I guess, who's just real big, is just hanging onto the side. I don't know, where are the rest, like Oust and Sophis? Where are you? I guess Sophis is just on the top, just looking out.
Yeah, Cephas is
Well-
probably on the top looking out and just shouting like, hey, there's rubble there, hey, there's this there, and,
Right.
trying to do his best to point the way out as fast as possible.
You're helping the piloting. All right.
I'd probably be on the top as well if I was
Yeah.
like one of the last to get on because I dimensioned all those through. Can I see how far or how fast this cold is moving? If it's kind of spreading out from the source,
It is. It is.
or is it just instant?
Way ahead of you. How fast it is? 100 feet in around.
Okay. And do I see? Sorry, that was how far it was, or how? Sorry, 100 feet around. I doubt from here I can see. No, I'll wait. That's all for now.
But no one is saying anything or asking each other anything. All right.
No, I'd imagine it's stunned silence from me.
More or less same. Yeah.
I just have to understand correctly. So, the city is covered.
Yeah.
City's fucked.
Not in minus 80 degrees, but like minus 10 degrees Celsius.
And Spire Shades is a hole.
Yeah, it's just collapsing in on itself.
And that seems to be continuing, right?
It seems like it kind of stops at the circle I've made here.
Okay, all right. All right, so Sophis is navigating.
Mm-hmm.
Theus
Was
is
there anything
unconscious.
else?
Plug it.
Bjorn,
Maybe we could plug the hole.
It's a little late for that, then.
Bjorn shouts that over the wind and the screams.
We need to get out of here before we suffer the same fate as these people. We can come back and see what we can do to help, but it's too late.
I'm
does
sorry,
Bjorn do?
Elias. We failed.
We kind of failed, didn't we?
We did. But
Yeah.
We are skating on ice right now.
Yeah, going to the southwest.
Yeah. I think once we're out of the city, turn northwards. I think, or at least get far enough out. I want to.
Yeah,
I want to see how
I think
far
it's-
this is spreading.
This direct line until we hit actual water, right?
Right.
Let's just go
Yeah.
like
I would like as you're going out here. All right, I'm going to take a new round of rolls here. Please give me a sleight of hand check for you, Sophis, with advantage, as that's the same as the navigation here.
all right. What's my roll? There it is. Sleight of hand with advantage. 25 total.
That's real good. All right, you make it to the narrow point here as you just like going across the ice. From the hole, you see a large spire slowly rising. An iceberg of what is it called? Like an ant colony? A termite colony?
A termite mound.
A termite mound, yeah.
Okay.
Of ice.
Due to that description, do we see anything coming out of it?
And you begin to see a bunch of kind of figures scrambling down the termite mound of ice.
Bjorn, did you say you were still on the outside of the levitator?
Bjorn is large right now, so he's holding onto the side. He would have to be.
Bjorn, and I hesitate to ask you this because I'm literally just making the connection between cold. Do you know anything about what's happening here?
Well, first the winter comes, then darkness. As the great wolf will swallow the moon and the sun. Then the war will break out. All the Asia will die. But this was not foretold. Maybe it's the beginning of the end of the war. If it is, we do not stand a chance. We are not prepared.
Excellent.
Great.
And again, remind me, I'm going to jump between people a bit. Is this a Sophis that can see long distances? Well, no, this is the close-up Sophis, right?
Still, I'll still ask Sophis for a perception roll here.
Yeah, he still has good perception. He just doesn't have binoculars. He has a magnifying glass. This one.
That's
We're talking about something that is only 600 meters away. It's not that.
Right.
That
being said, with a wisdom of 8,
Okay.
Sophis is very
29 total.
short-sighted. So
Yeah, right.
you see
29
anything?
total.
you see big ass kind of large size ants with weapons, spears, stuff like that, scurrying
Oh, I know
down
what those
the,
are.
Yeah, I do too. And they're not good.
no, they are
and
demonic, right?
like there's maybe tens of the big large ones, and it seems like there's hundreds of smaller versions of that.
Ice devils.
So there's normal ice devils and then a whole bunch of smaller ice devils.
That's not good.
Nongal, I appreciate that you're probably as tapped as I am. Do you have any way of communicating with the outside world?
I have but one spell left in me. Can either raise the dead, or I could speak with someone if it was an emergency.
Are any of us dead?
Theus is still knocked
appear that
out,
way.
and I'm going
That's-
to ask you
yes.
if you're still trying to stabilize him. Nongal, I'm going to ask for a medicine check.
Yes, I
With
was
disadvantage.
I was unironically asking because of Theus's condition. I was unsure if he was alive or not.
Yeah, I'll use a medicine. All right, so it's a disadvantage, but still 15.
Theus, you are stabilized, and if you want to, you can come back to consciousness.
I'll just be like, slap! Wake up!
I think after he's currently so shocked from the death of all the girls that he cannot deal with this currently. His mind is overloaded.
All right.
Cannot
So,
currently deal with this.
so Theus is awake, but kind of cathartic.
Okay, yeah, he's catatonic at the moment. Okay,
Catatonic, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. Nongal, it might be worth us contacting Mr. Sophis' partner, seeing how far out of the city anybody got. This looks like it might not be. Well, it looks like they might need to get as far away as possible, rather than necessarily just out of the city. Alternatively, we have the your friend and mine, the Inquisitor, to actually. You weren't there. By the way, we are somewhat cooperating with this buyer. Apologize for that.
I saw the whole thing. I was somewhere else, but I was looking down on you.
Ominous.
Right, of course. Yes, nothing surprises me anymore. But yes, it might be worth us moving everybody as far away as possible and probably joining up with them. There's, as much as there is this clear and present danger here, there is also a relief effort.
Focus our efforts on getting out of here. Get to clear water where the ice stops, and then we'll decide what to do from there. But currently, we're still in danger.
We still have the remnants of a city to save. This isn't about us anymore.
I don't know how we could do that right now. We need to save
Get them
ourselves
as
to save
far
anyone.
away as possible.
Who? How?
There are, from what I could see, at least a significant number of evacuees from the city. We managed to warn some. But if they're just outside the city and those, points off to the Termite Mound, are coming, then they're just more dead. I feel like we've had enough deaths. To be honest, for a lifetime, but today especially.
Do you think I could just send a spell and say, "Hey, careful! There's something happening. Everyone can see what's happening here." The entire
At the very
spire
least.
shade
But it
will
might be
fall.
worth us finding out
Both-
where they
Both
are.
of you, all of you, give me an insight or history check.
Insight or history?
Ooh, I'll take a history for that one.
Yeah, you choose.
What's this regarding?
Oh,
This is
sorry, I did mine
regarding-
privately.
This is regarding. This is regarding piecing together what might happen here.
All right, magical items, alchemy objects, technical devices. Okay, no. All right, so this will just be a disadvantage for me for history.
Actually, mine's a 26 as well. I still have disadvantage. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, disadvantage 19.
If
Sophist gets a 20.
yeah, I'll say both. Everybody but Bjorn. I think Bjorn is seeing his culture's literal version of apocalypse starting, and might not be thinking too hard about how the chess pieces on the board is going to move. The rest of you think that the plan of the phase was to create this big ass catastrophe, so they could basically save the city and then blame it on the north, right?
Mm-hmm.
Phase probably has something prepared to counter whatever is happening right.
Realistically speaking, if we wanted to divert attention away from the north, we probably shouldn't have done the ice. Thinking about it.
But at the same time,
Never mind. Yeah.
Well,
Points.
we can just switch sides. It's fine.
But that
I
said,
don't know which side I'm switching
we-
from.
that said, do we in any way suspect that the face is still capable of solving the issue, considering we have killed
A fair
8 of
amount
them, not including one of their supreme leaders in the
Depends
last?
on how they wanted to counter it, right?
No, exactly, and we have no idea, which is why I'm asking the party, what do you think about this?
We have no idea, but we do have a star witness,
Do we?
and I will point to the body of the Sensual.
I can bring him back. Well, no, it's sorry.
You can talk to him. He doesn't need to be alive to do that.
Yeah,
Technically, I could, in a way.
I don't
but-
do that. But I can bring him back tomorrow. Like I could revivify, but it's been more than a minute, right? So
I thought you had Speak with Dead. I thought we used it before.
Or is that in your other spellbook?
no, I had the ring that you destroyed. Remember?
Yeah, sorry. Gotcha. Right.
Oops.
Remember all the magical items that I acquired that you destroyed? Remember those? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Just the one. It's fine. Okay. Yeah. Well, there's the guilt. That one again. Cool. Well,
You want to get
Either
my
way,
head and steal
we-
another spell or something while you're at
we
it?
have unliving proof. That being said, if we are bringing him back to life, we should take his hands. But that's something different entirely.
House, you hear a sound. Thump.
I have excellent news, everybody. The postman has arrived. And I'm just going to open the scroll case in front of everybody. Everybody fucking knows by this point. And goes,
All caps says sharp right.
Sharp right.
Pilot, sharp right if you wouldn't mind. Now.
All right. Give me a. Oust, you can go ahead and give me a straight up persuasion. Why don't you?
Wait, sure. For a Warlock, that's not actually a proficiency. But we'll go for a 14. Sorry, I keep doing
You
it.
go ahead and put it back to public rolling.
Yeah.
No, straight up, not with disadvantage or anything. So,
Oh,
all
okay,
right.
it's a 22 then.
You see Snickstack say, right, all right. Just, it's called starboard, by the way. As you turn,
The thing
turn
has
right,
wheels! And
and you see out of the ice one of these big ass, it looks like an aquatic ant, kind of with fins and stuff, like tries to get on, like big. It has the big kind of biter things.
Mandibles.
Mandibles.
Yeah, pincers, mandibles. Ah, yes. English not being my first language. Mandibles.
don't worry.
Mandibles, like kind of grabbing out for you as it has like a big, like wormy body with like a shark fin on it.
Christ.
Would have bitten the Nomad Levitator over. This is a gargantuan beast. As you're now like getting away from that.
Can I ID the creature?
Go ahead and give me a Canna check. This is about
Hold on.
magic or
This is? So that's just a straight roll then, so 27.
magic or other planar things, which I will say lies within Norgo's kind of areas of
Okay.
scenes.
So 27.
This is not something from a plane you've seen before.
Oh.
This is not from the elemental planes. This is not from the Feywild. This is not from the Shadow. This has to be from one of the outer planes.
Noggle's like, And all of a sudden knowledge drained from me, he doesn't know something. What is it? What is that thing? He gets scared.
I'm just gonna hold the sword up to myself and just go, look familiar? And then I'm just gonna start just pinging yeah, it knows where we are. I'm just gonna start pinging Eldritch Blasts at it from the back of the from the stern. Okay,
Does it appear to be
alright.
attacking us, or was it just a moment of big creature emerges from water like a whale?
Right now, it's just big creature emerging from water onto the ice, like a seal will come onto the ice to grab something, right?
All right.
And
Now
the
it's on the
mandibles
ice
did
and
go
back.
towards the levitator, though, right?
Yeah.
All right.
It tries to bite you. It will not.
Okay, so it
It,
did
it
try
can't
to
crawl
attack.
after you. It tried to attack you, but to get you again, it needs to
No.
go back into the
We
water
need to
and then
we need to
swim.
get out of here to a safe distance, and then we need we can't
Just keep
save anyone
sailing.
right now.
Just keep sailing. Just keep sailing. Don't antagonize the
Alright.
giant monster.
Certainly. Fair enough.
We hope.
Anyone else want to do anything for this round?
Yeah, I'll keep the Big B's hand, just like pushing the levitator to kind of just keep it going, keep it speedy, right?
Right. Go ahead and give me another navigation sleight of hand. Safis?
Oh, sorry. I don't know why I didn't think you were talking to me.
Another sleight of hand navigation, please.
Yes. Apologize. I zoned out.
You see, with the sharp right, he doesn't quite get it up, and then just slams the levitator into like a rock as you continue to do it. Levitator can't take too many more. As you are about to pass under the Golden Skull Bridge, you see soldiers of the City Watch. In front of them are a bunch of, it looks like conventicle forces. Safis, you also see a couple of black kind of puffs of smoke above the towers of the bridge, kind of making a formation. As you see from the Avenue of Dreams here at Glorious Square, you see a swarm of these frozen kind of frozen ant creatures kind of streaming towards it. And then you see from the top of the termite mound, you see what looks like a man. A man with all white hair and light blue skin with a blue ice crystal sword in his hand. Completely naked on his upper half of the body, apart from two real edgy looking kind of shoulder pauldrons and a large kind of cape billowing in the wind. He's in a chariot in his left hand holding this. And there's like two not ants, but it looks like almost like dung beetles, like huge gargantuan dung beetles driving his large chariot as he is like kind of gets up to the peak of this and then looks out. Above him, if ice could be on fire, a frozen flaming crown upon his head.
Really weird question. You said blue crystalline
Yeah.
sword? Like how similar to Ost's sword, just out of curiosity.
This looks like it's made out of ice. It's
Okay, so it's just fractal in
probably
nature.
a coincidence. Maybe not.
Probably. Ice is crystalline by nature, sword crystals, who knows? Moving on.
unless-
Okay. Alright. I'll bring this up to
You
the party.
see-
It says looks like the king ant's out.
Faster, faster! I'll start putting Bigsby's hand whenever we're steering, I want to use interposing hand to stop it from smashing against shit.
I just want shortly a history check of from Oust here.
Oh,
Never mind.
we saw conventional forces. I'm just gonna keep running from that.
Sorry, buddy. Look, it's just face palming over and over again. Oh.
Never mind.
You see this guy. You see in seconds, forces are going to clash on the Golden Skull Bridge. These demons or devils, or whatever they are clearly going for the Arkwith seat. All of you in there lies the skull of the Archfiend Mammon, which is right now the throne of the Duke.
That
do I
sounds
see
like-
any of the? No, actually, don't worry.
What?
That really sounds like a them problem.
Yeah, that's
A conventicle problem.
Yeah.
that's not a problem for 16 hit points and no spell slots. I can tell you that for a fact.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, then problem, especially from the guy who lives in this town, right?
Yeah, right.
Do we see?
Well,
or do we recognize
know-
any of the conventicle forces that we see on the streets?
You don't recognize Babelbrook or Ubanovich, no.
Okay. One, I'm gonna do the classic run and blindly message spell thing as we're going along, and just see if I can get Ivanovich sort of on the line, as it were. And if I can't, then
You do that for a couple of seconds, but then you
That's cool.
you realize that you asked him to help evacuate, so
Yeah.
he's probably not here.
that's all right. I was just checking because just in case he got back into the city, because he's kind of our only friendly connection to the conventicle at the moment. So okay, let's go.
Yeah, and Babelbrook as well.
Ish, but yeah.
Bjorn, and Bjorn, are you doing anything, or are you just hanging on for dear life?
I rolled a die and I have my growth in for a 1 hour duration, and I believe that we're not nearly done with that, so I'm still a big guy on the side of the way.
Yeah.
I have, like, me as a player, I have no idea what to do. And Björn he's literally seeing the end, and not for the first time, but again, he's given up on the situation. Like, how are you supposed to defeat death? That's his thought. And the guy you are describing, you were not describing the Herald of Ragnarok.
No.
As I remember him, he was a totally different demeanor and appearance.
Who of you were talking? Who of you were also talking with the professor, actually?
I was.
Apart from Oust.
Cephis was.
Nongo, were you talking with the professor or no?
No, I stayed outside.
Fuck. This rings a bell now. But my notes are. Never mind.
I would say Bjorn and Cephis, you can also roll a religion or history check because you were at the professor's.
Oh, is this there? Hold
Won't help you.
You said history, or sorry, did you say history or religion?
History or religion, if you're proficient.
I'm not proficient, so ignore that roll.
I have a +9 history and a +13 religion, and I can't
This
make
is
the
just a
roll.
guy.
I have a +11 history. Natural one.
And Theus, you're still catatonic?
Yes.
What is Theus seeing right now inside his mind?
The scene of all the girls dying, like in endless loop, probably. Like he cannot get it out of his head.
All right. You continue on. Give me another navigation check, please.
Right. sleight of hand. A 14.
14. Another, as he tries to kind of stabilize, another. I think one more bad roll or one more bad thing, the levitator will go down. We're riding on fumes here, guys! As you get out here, you see behind you the forces of Conventicle, City Watch, and whatever ice monsters there just clashing. You see these ice ants just just throwing out people with their spears. The soldiers falling down from the bridge, just breaking upon the ice beneath it. You see ice walls kind of shooting up, stopping, like separating groups of soldiers from each other. You see the mages of the Conventicle throwing fireballs and all other kind of shit after them. All kinds of magic just going in. I would like Noggle at this point to give me a perception roll.
13.
13. You don't see a lot, but you then like catch a glimpse of a huge dragonborn with a two-handed sword just cleaving one of these ice devils
Black
in twain.
dragonborn.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
She's just screaming all this carnage behind you. And then as you come out, you turn past a big block of ice, and then you see it. A fleet. 7 tall ships with the inverted hourglass of the Conventicle. You see gangplanks getting down, and you see hundreds of soldiers landing from the ships onto the ice.
How far are we away from water?
The ships are over here. I'll paint a line of the ice right now. So the ships are kind of around this area here. The big weird twirly bit.
Alright.
This is where the Conventicle fleet is.
And they're looking to land in the harbor, it seems?
Yeah. They couldn't get the ships all the way in because of the ice. So they
Right.
have like broken through some of it, and they're now just landing troops on the ice to reinforce the city. You see the fortress up here, Agrimark Fortress, and you see Gloria Keep, also beset by these ice things. As people are firing magic everywhere, and crossbow bows, war zone going on. And the guy on top of the mount of, like the termite mound, yells out, "Where is my brother?"
We could hear him from all the way over here?
Yeah, it was very loud.
Fuck.
Is this guy like a titan or something, or like he's?
Oh, he's normal size, medium size.
No, he's just got a loud voice.
Yeah, he's just powerful, man.
Fuck.
Go ahead, everybody who could before, give me a religion or history check again.
Who couldn't before, did you say?
Who could?
Oh,
Who
God
could?
damn it.
Sorry.
Oh, now one. Oh, that's too bad.
Like I have
I'll
advantage on it, but unfortunately, because I'm exhausted, I take the first roll, which is a nat 1.
10.
17.
With the 17, you remember Professor Oath talking about Levistus. The
Oh,
Lord of
that
the-
hits the cold. Yep.
Yep.
The Lord of the
Should
Fifth
have
Layer of
fucking guessed.
Hell, and one of the brothers of Mammon, the Arch Fiend who was imprisoned in Stunchflow.
Should have picked the star. Would have just collapsed the whole city into a black hole. Would have been fine.
Yeah.
Instead, we got a demon invasion. Fuck.
Don't get your hopes up, guys. These soldiers just meat for the grinder. There will be no survival in the city. I'm sorry, this is just too much. Oust. I'm sorry. we can't help any. We have to literally save ourselves. You know, all in all, we saved the friends and maybe sacrificed millions. I point to Theus, but I think this way we might stand a chance later. But please, let's not fight this fight today.
As much as I hate to say it, you don't have to convince me. He says, spitting another pint of blood out of his mouth. I'm not exactly in a state. You, driver, could you take us around the fleets? Just don't get in front of them.
All right, we're getting out to sea in just a minute. Now hold
Is it-
on to your hats.
I will literally hold on to my hat.
Give me another roll, Cephis.
Oh boy.
You know what?
22.
Hope
Did
you
it?
don't hit anything this time.
Oh.
You make it out.
Nice.
Car goes boom, splash, frozen ice water, falling everywhere. Now get inside. I'll get us as fast away as possible, and hopefully around these Mexico folks so they won't attack us. Now go up. Yes. Help Theus. He's not good in there. I sure hope no nomads got hurt in that cataclysm in there. Do you crawl into the thing, the boat?
Into the hold? Yeah.
Let's get in there. Fuck.
Get there as you come in. It is fucking chaos. Like plates have been falling out of the cabinets. Everything is just completely like you drove an RV down a steep hill. That's how it looks, right? You are all in here, and after a few minutes, I guess, do anyone of you kind of keep an eye on what happens as you make your way out to sea?
Oh, I'm-
This will,
yeah,
for
I'm-
sure.
I guess Bjorn has to do it because he's too big to get in right now.
I'm looking out the window the entire time. Probably
see the-
sort of towards the back, so I'm looking kind of out towards the fleet and also back
Yeah.
towards the city.
You see the troops of the Conventicle landing, forming ranks and kind of advancing through the city. You see Gloria keep falling as the walls of it is turned to ice and shattered and just tumbles down onto the frozen waters beneath. You see the demonic forces slowly pressing the defenders of the city across the Golden Skull Bridge, but at the midpoint it seems like they begin to hold. And you see Agramoth Fortress, the gates fall, and but the first kind of inner walls begin to hold them. It seems like best bet for two military guys sitting outside. The ice things won't just have this. Whatever was prepared by the Conventicle and the face and the parts of the Conventicle they have influence over, it seems like they plan to resist some kind of extraplanar invasion.
Would I have any knowledge, not being from the Conventicle, about how these Conventicle ships have got here in such a short time? Like, or do I kind of get the feeling that they're here because they were complicit, rather than they're here due to an incredibly rapid response, which is well-meaning?
You know very few commanders who would accept complicity in this, even Imperial command, right? If, and that's a big if all of these Conventicle ships were here because they were part of the conspiracy to make the ritual and then stop it, to alter public opinion, that's crazy. While that might be the case, they might just have heard that things were going on, and
Okay.
then
So
it was time that they would arrive in time to help strike back this invasion, right?
yeah, I suppose that was the thing. I would be at least to a degree aware that they could mobilize on such a scale to get here in such a time that this isn't out of the ordinary, and if they aren't involved directly.
If you were the face, right,
Conspiracy.
and you wanted to create a
Hmm.
a catastrophe that was serious enough that it made a lot of people scared and was
Controlled catastrophe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to control it, right?
Yeah, so I get the feeling that they probably they dropped the right breadcrumbs along the way to facilitate all of this happening without necessarily the Conventicle's knowledge. Is basically what,
Thinking about how
or
they
direct knowledge, I guess.
think about how they manipulated you and people around you, that would not be
Okay,
weird,
that's cool.
right?
That's good to know. Yeah. Okay.
What does the rest of you guys do?
I mean, just direct us to the southeast side of the city in the hopes of making landfall so we can, like, start taking account of what's going on outside the radius of the ice. Also, is the ice continuing to grow? Like,
No,
past...
it stops around. I'm going to paint some more. It stops around the blue line.
Okay. So it
For
does...
now.
Okay.
And apart from that, there's a lot of like ice sheets going
Yeah.
around, but
Mhm.
like, solid
I'll-
kind of frozen seawater is to that end there, right?
Okay.
Maybe around the Orog Island too. After you've
So-
gone back.
It looks like it's generally contained to the city limits, though, is the main thing.
Well, the ice, the cold, no.
Yes. Yeah.
It seems like you were in Aurora, which is comparable to April. You were in like mid spring.
And now it's like
The-
northern January.
Now it's like northern January. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, yeah,
Um,
that's Sophis' plan. He's going to direct to the southeast side of the city to get up on land so you can start looking for survivors that are, like, just on the cusp.
You guys navigate around. It takes you kind of an hour. Nongle, I'm going to give you a small reminder of some of the things the future self told you last session.
Mm-hmm.
He said that it is very important that Theus does not give himself up, which was prevented and
Right.
really good. So that didn't happen. Bonus. He told you that you needed to find the gods to win this conflict, whatever was going to happen. You need to go to Kangundi in order to seek out these gods and figure out the riddle of the shard. You have to seek out Professor John Ignatius in the Hall
In the
of
Hall
Maps and
and
Logic
Blinding
Climbing.
Bay, yeah.
Iggy. Yep.
Then
Iggy's brother.
your future self believed that a war between the South and the North were more or less destined to happen.
So we have to find the Gallahorn.
Yeah, Bjorn needs to be ready to defend the North, and he needs to find the Gjallarhorn.
Yeah.
And the prophecy needs to be fulfilled.
Right.
On the bright side, they probably won't be marching on the north with an army of devils spewing out of giant ice portals to their
Yeah,
flank.
We've made quite the distraction.
Thinking about that will definitely buy you some time. Then he also told you that the Conventional is not inherently bad, but parts of it is misguided, and the parts like the idea got is the parts who follow the Hassanite ideology were probably more likely to be infiltrated by the face, right, or influenced by them. There's a lot of good people in the Conventional too, but that institution itself seems to be an ideological battleground that you can approach how you want. He also said that this day here starts something that will lead to a purge of the nomad people. And all of these things, I'll let you know, is in our, and that is for all of the players here, in our recaps for the last session. So I put in the bullet points. I'm going to just go ahead, press the show players button here.
Cool.
because that is knowledge that I guess as you're inside the Noggle, I guess you're going to catch up the others with what happened to you, or
Yeah, we'll have a nice, nice evening chat. I'll tell you guys about the horrors that I found out.
From what you've said before, and whether it's a case of me just not remembering, is there a name for the other ideology, sort of opposed to Hassanites?
the Ivorite Creeds, or the Ivorite,
Ivorite Creed, that was the one. Yeah, sorry, I just couldn't remember that. Cool. I've just written that down.
who is more like they
They're
think you
more-
can learn from other planes, but they should
Yeah, they're
still
more
be
liberal.
feared, right? Yeah.
Progressive.
So I'll say that after around half an hour, 45 minutes, you're all inside. Bjorn has shrunk down, and you are on open sea, making ready to do like a landfall until the southeastern part of the city, like a bit out of. Actually, the same place you made landfall when you first arrived here. You guys are in here, bloodied, busted, from the fight of your life, and sadly, just couldn't hack. So
We were close, though. We were so
you
close.
were very close. You were very fucking close. You had some very unfortunate rolls.
Damn it,
That's how
Evan!
it goes.
No. You don't say.
You are inside there. What do you talk to each other about? What do you say?
Sophie's. Firstly, I'm sorry. It's your city. It's not ours.
Oh, well. As far as I understand it, the evacuation started on the east side of the city, so hopefully the people I actually care about made it out first.
What are your plans now? I can't expect you to run off wherever we're going next when your city lies in icy ruin. Not whilst you don't know where your partner in crime, or anti-crime, as it were, is, or anybody else.
Yes, that is the question, isn't it? I think... Well, I suppose that depends on what all of your plans are.
Yes, it does.
East.
For starters, you, still pointing at Nurgle. Where did you go?
Good point.
Well, I went to a place called the Grove of Marine. There I spoke with my future self, who gave me these future foretellings about what was to happen should we... Well, should things happen differently, then what would your future self tell you? Don't do this! And that's pretty much what happened.
A direct future, or
It seems to be a
parallel
different
one?
line of a different reality, if futures are to be spoken of.
Good.
He seemed to think, my future self seemed to think that I could prevent these things from happening. He seems to think that in his timeline, per se, that Theus had fallen, and he even wore Theus's item on his wrist. So, from what he's aware of, we've changed that fate, at least. But
For now.
he never mentioned anything about a city being overrun by cold monsters. So, we're on our own. On our own.
And that's the thing, isn't it? We are on our own. We seem to have burnt out any kind of help or friends we have along the way. Conventicle appear to be against us on all fronts. The face, obviously. Who do we have?
Well, if we go to the Hall of Maps in Blimey Bay and speak with this John Ignatius,
This is probably the first time I've heard anybody say the name Ignatius.
Yeah, you recognize that last name. You know that this is
my future self told me that we need to go there. This is important. It is
John Ignatius, you say?
yes. I
Well,
assume
that's-
you're familiar with the name.
I'm familiar with the last name. What's Eggy's name?
You,
Yes.
Aust, you know that Lar, your mentor,
Eggy. Yeah.
Eggy, yeah,
Yeah.
had a brother who supposedly died doing archaeology in the Kangandi, actually.
Yeah, Nongle, it's a bit of a ghost of a name, to be honest. But then, I guess, again, probably the least surprising thing about it today.
Yes, my future self told me to follow you to Kagungton and find Professor John Ignatius. So, I think that is definitely on our way to go. Bjorn's people, we need to find the Galahorn Bjorn. We need to find it before the Hassanites take over. Should that fall into the wrong hands, then, well, everything's doomed. I'm assuming he told me things to do in chronological order, seeming things are based on time. That's at least what I would have told myself, so I think now we head to Blimey Bay.
You also all know, because it's common knowledge, that going to Blimey Bay, you need to go through a magical kind of mist called the Mist of Slocasta, and you need a specific keystone item to navigate through it. Usually the way you get to Blimey Bay is either get aboard a pirate crew that'll take you, or hire a guide ship from Port Leviathan or something, or somewhere else in the Leviathan.
I used to have a
Usually you need-
keystone for the mists, but I left it with my other spellbooks. So
Sure.
How New Wrath is considerably more lawful than Stunchflow was. Is that correct?
New Wrath is the biggest city in the world. It is the city of the world's desires and the capital of Rathuria, the largest kingdom in Cerenar. I'm going to put you down here. This is where you are. Yeah, it is basically fantasy Constantinople. On New Wrath is the center of. It is basically you have three big centers of politics, or four big centers of politics in Cerenar. You have the Conventicle, then you have Cato, which is the Chthonian Imperium's capital. Then you have the court of the Low King of the Dwarves, and then you have New Wrath. New Wrath is the largest city and the most prosperous city in the world.
And the most diverse, I'm guessing, as well.
That is correct.
Yeah. But we need friends. Big city. Friend of a king. The friend of a friend of a king. I'll take a friend of a friend of a friend of a king at the moment.
Are you friends with the king, Bjorn? That seems...
Nope. Right now,
Could you be?
I'm the guy that is at the head of the country everybody is blaming.
Well,
I'm hated by the Conventicle, the closest ally.
Could we take a step back? Are you saying you're the head of the northern state?
No. I'm not even the head of the religious, the clergy.
The cloth.
The cloth. Thank you.
So, What do you mean by?
I'm the closest thing to recep.
What's the Danish?
You're a figurehead.
Ambassador, yeah.
Representant.
Yeah, he's a representative, yeah.
Of course.
I think you'll get the feeling that what Bjorn is trying to do is he's a hero to most of the northern people and would be recognized as such, right?
No, that's
he's a
fair.
spokesperson at the very least.
So it would be like the
Artifice is just
Greeks and Bjorn is Hercules, right? Or something.
Yeah. Artifice is just trying to get a handle on what Bjorn intends to do when he goes to the capital to talk to the king of the nation that's vying for war against his people.
But not war yet.
And then Sophis will say exactly those words. What does your intent in going?
Diplomacy never been my thing. Actually, what I usually do is challenge them to a duel, and I usually win.
Maybe we put the duel on maybe a plan B or C?
Or a not plan? I hate to break this to you, Bjorn, but in the Southlands, such traditions are not upheld. Kings do not duel other people.
Oh no!
He's also not the only person with a degree of political sway.
They usually select a champion, and then I duel them. The outcome is the same.
They don't do that here.
Yes, maybe.
If you're...
That's weird.
It is. You would think it would be much easier in the long run to just have one person die instead of a whole war, but... So what is your intent to go then? It's to negotiate peace for your people? I want to understand.
Promise them a real war if they come. You must understand that I was never good at politics. Otherwise, I would surely be a Jarl by now.
So you want to get the measure of the man?
And
See what his
whereabouts is this
intentions
again?
are. New Wrath.
New Wrath, the capital of the Ruthurian kingdom.
East of here. Ish. Along the
Nice.
coast.
And
Yeah, follow the coast east a bit there.
could
Well,
go to
if
New
It's on
Wrath.
it's on the
Diplomacy
way,
fails.
and we are going to need something slightly larger than this. As nice as it is to get to Kangundi,
We
I
could
suspect.
hire a ship.
Could hire a ship.
Could be a good a port as any.
Could we hire a ship for New Wrath that takes us to the wilds of Kangundi?
That
we
would
could,
be
yeah.
flabbergasted if you couldn't.
Well,
Yeah, New Wrath or Port Leviathan is probably your best.
well then to New Wrath.
So New Wrath covers two objectives, at the very least.
Counter argument. New Wrath is likely to be informed of what has occurred in Stunchflow, and by all accounts of what we understand, you and your people are to be blamed for this. Are we sure we want to walk in with a hero of the North to the capital? Strictly speaking, I think it's not a 0% chance they just arrest you, execute you, and maybe us, looking at the 3 Maledictus members of the party, and put your heads on pikes. While
You're even smarter than you look. I never thought of that before.
You don't get to be as old as me in this business without being at least a little paranoid.
Are you old?
No, not really. Which is more to my point.
Well, I'm not sure. Is that what you guys call irony? Or is it sarcasm? It's one of those, right?
It's this closer to the second one, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I won't stop
So
you.
you're in favor of Port
I
Leviathan?
won't stop you
That's
going
it.
to New Wrath. I am quite physically incapable of stopping you from going to New Wrath. But I would suggest you have your priorities straight. If you attempt to go and negotiate or duel or whatever it is you plan to do, currently you are 3, maybe 4 if Theus wakes up sometime soon. Adventurers who are at the scene of what is most likely this millennium's greatest disaster, and you intend to threaten them with the war that they seek. I think your priority should be to at least find this. What was it called, Nurgle? This horn you mentioned?
The Galahorn, yes.
The Galahorn. To at least have something to hold over the king to say, look, this is what we'll do if you decide to draw swords against us.
Do you know of
But
this
you do
Galahorn,
understand
Bjorn?
the purpose. The horn.
Well, if it,
Go ahead and give me a religion check with advantage.
But you do understand the purpose, right, Anna?
I do,
It's
yes.
to avoid exactly what's happened in Stunchflow.
Bjorn.
And yeah,
Nice, 23.
Bjorn, you know that the Galahorn is is in the mythology of the northern gods. It is the horn of Heimdall, and it is the horn that will be blown when the holy halls of Asgard is attacked by Jotuns. It is a magic item of warning and protection. And what you will do with that information, what course you will take, where your next step will be, is something we'll find out next time. Because this is where we'll end this session. And I don't know, maybe a little low note after
After completely fucking everything up, and that
nah, not good.
it also closes down a lot of what we can and can't do now. It's terrifying.
You know, some doors closed and some other doors opened. Let me say, when I realized you were not going to get the ritual, that was I had a pit in my stomach. That's for fucking sure.
Good stuff.
Ooh, I'm looking forward to see what you guys are going to do with this. I hope you had fun. Sometimes losing is fun. I hope that you're still in a good mood to continue this.
You know, the fantastic thing is because we did lose, that changes the story. Like what are we doing? Like we don't know what would happen if we succeeded. But that's not even the point anymore. It's what do we do now that we lost? I love it. I think this is what what D&D is about for me, right? It's not necessarily, you don't have to succeed to push the story forward, right?
I agree. Fading forward, that's fun. With that said, I think we have a few people to plug. I would like to thank Sepiku for their beautiful map we've been using all session almost. The Coliseum of Trials. We also use Foundry Virtual Tabletop, and we have used a lot of different kind of music. You can see the different royalty-free artists and otherwise in our About section. I also want to give a shout out to our friend Nick at Gaming. You can also go and have a look at his stream. He does a lot of things, and he's a great fucking guy all around. I think, what else do we have? I think that's about it. Thank you very much for watching. Thank all of you guys for playing. And we'll be back in 2 hours with another session of Storms over Cerenar. Thank you very much for watching.
2 hours?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Oh, did I say 2 hours?
Yeah. We're doing this again in 2 hours, guys.
We'll do it live.
I'll fucking do it again. All right.
Yeah, rounding down, right? Rounding down to hours,
All right.
yeah.
Bye.